Hi everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome back to the channel and back to some Geo Detective. It's more classic Geo Detective, and in the last episode 2 weeks ago where we tackled 3 different images, this one, and this one, and made pretty light work of them, I promised that the next one would be harder. I don't know how hard these 2 are going to be, but they were sent in by Todge Butler and Trey Lovesworth. So these are the 2 I'm going to be tackling today. I didn't want to commit to a really hard video because, as I may have mentioned the other day, I am currently, as we speak, attempting my most ambitious straight line mission to date, and there was a lot of planning to do last week when I recorded this video. Having said that, I do think that this photo in particular might give me problems. It might be tricky, that one, or it might not. Either way, I think these 2 will be quite interesting, and hopefully I can complete them and add to this very long green bar that I've been building up. I'm on a big streak now of 21 exacts and 27 correct guesses, and that's not including the specials over here. So I've got a good run going, and I want to keep that up. So Todge Butler, can we figure out where you are in this photo using Google Earth, Googling, various different methods? What are my thoughts? Well, we've got a very interesting looking concrete tower here. We can't see the top of it, so we don't really know what it is, but I suspect it's some sort of television tower or radio tower, something like that. The landscape here looks quite strange. It reminds me of the Canary Islands, that sort of thing, where you've got strange looking plants, I would say, or at least strange looking to me. Not native to my country, I don't think. Although the tower does resemble the Emley Moor transmitter in Yorkshire, so who knows, maybe we could be there. The ground and the terrain and the foliage that's growing on it reminds me of, Tenerife, Lanzarote, places like that. Despite having never been there myself, but just from GeoGuessr, it feels like we're high up for numerous reasons, not least because that's the best place to build a TV tower. But as well as being high up, we're on a path. This is a walk that people will do. Maybe a touristy excursion that people do that takes you to the top of this mountain where there's great vistas, but there's also this TV tower. So first things first, I am going to just see if it is the Emley Moor transmitter in Yorkshire near Huddersfield. One of the tallest structures in Britain, actually. I don't think it is because of the foliage, and also because these fences, I've never seen a fence that looks remotely similar to that in Britain. It's the wrong shape. I can see already. This is what we're looking at. It's not even that high up, really. It's just in a field. Grass, green as you like. And yeah, the wrong shape. Incredible structure though. Straight away, now I'm going to go concrete, because there can't... Right, this is the thing with this one, why I don't think it'll take me too long. There can't be too many structures such as this. A massive concrete column that starts wide, goes thin. There can't be that many. Concrete tower, Canary Islands. We may well not be there. I mean, that could be... It reminded me of the Canary Islands, but that really could be anywhere. I mean, a lot of places. India. Brazil. I mean, Hawaii. It could be a lot of places. Let's try Hawaii, actually. Okay. Nothing there, so I'm going to just go down the route of concrete television mast. Obviously, we're getting Tokyo, Berlin, Spain. I mean, it might not be a television mast. Could be something else. Let's try France. Could be the south of France. Same things are coming up. These searches are not good. Yeah, I think it's time already, perhaps, to go on to structure ray. a brilliant website that lists bridges, towers, it seems. And when I say it lists them, it lists all of them in the world. So we're looking at the moment concrete towers and masts by construction material concrete. So I would say it's got to be in this list. So we've just got to go through this list, maybe rule some out. We know we're not in Berlin, for example. We know we're not in Frankfurt or Dusseldorf. So it's going to take me a while to get through this, but I reckon let's give it a go. So I've right-clicked. No picture of that one. That is disappointing. So we Google image. And it ain't that one. And it ain't that one. We had a photo that time. I'm seeing some incredibly weird and wonderful buildings here. That much is true. Ooh, you wouldn't want to stand next to that. Okay, I'm on the third page now, and I've sort of given up on clicking on all of them because so many of them are just not anything like what we're after. I mean, lots of them you can see are water towers or lighthouses, so I'm sort of skipping past a lot of them. Cooling towers. It ain't a cooling tower. Yeah, I'm only clicking on ones like this. What about this one, Mexico? No, I'll continue on. Oh my goodness. I've come to the end. Wow. So either I've missed it and I've skimmed through too eagerly, or it's not on this list. I did skim through France. I guess this could be the south of France in the Pyrenees. I don't really think it is, to be honest. But now that I've exhausted the most likely options, I need to start looking at the less likely options. I very much doubt this guy went to Pyongyang. Well, the best one I found, and I really don't think it's it, was this. That's definitely not it. I have to say, as great as this website is, surely these aren't all of the concrete towers in the world. Like this, pylon 310 of the Innertkirchen blah blah blah, high voltage line. Surely there's like loads of things like that. Let's just presume that list was good and thorough. Is this a wind turbine? They seem to exist, and that seems like a pretty similar shape. So if it ain't on the towers list, maybe this is a concrete wind turbine, which would make sense if we're up high in a windy place, and maybe that explains why it doesn't feature on this. Wind farms in the Canary Islands. There are some. I think we're onto something here. Canary Islands use more wind energy. Lanzarote, Villa Choice. They're not quite the same resemblance, but this is promising. Using more wind energy as if there's already loads there. If there are loads, it might be quite hard to find this one, but we'll give it a go. I'm going to open up Google Earth, which I always do way too early. I'm going to get terrain and 3D buildings. I'm just going to have a little look. I'm getting a good vibe from this island. I think this is Lanzarote. Just going to all the high points and seeing if there's any wind turbines. Bizarre landscape. Okay, I'm just going to go Spain now because it could easily be Spain or Turkey or a number of things. So moving away from the Canaries, I'm looking for something that, looks very similar to this in terms of shape. And then I could Google image reverse search it. But I have to say, I'm not really that confident on this whole wind turbine thing because there is other stuff here. You don't usually get a fence around a wind turbine for a start. And then there's this satellite dish and this building over here. So it really looks more like a mast, which is the confusing thing. Concrete mast, Spain, mountain. I'll try this for a few different countries. That's it. I found it, I think. Yeah, 100%. Wow, that came out of nowhere. What was I? So it's concrete television mast, Turkey, spelt the Turkish way, and then minus the Emily, because that kept coming up. Where is it? Is it in Turkey? And I wonder if it's on this list, and if not, why? It's not giving us anything, so we're going to reverse image search that. Where is this? Brisbane? Is that where it is? Hindu Society of Tasmania. Hobart. Broadcast Australia Tower. NTA Tower. Visible from much of southeast Tasmania. Well, no wonder it looks alien. That's Tasmania. And Todge Butler is presumably a Tasmanian local. The little devil. Thought he'd fool me with that, but after what felt like quite a search that was getting nowhere, really, it just out of nowhere appeared. Right, Broadcast Australia Tower. NTA Tower. Yeah, so it's on the fringes of Hobart. This will be it. There we go. There's that very odd looking landscape. Be great for a straight line mission, but I don't think that's ever going to happen because of how far away it is. Look at the view there of the Hobart Bay or whatever it's called. Beautiful. And there's our tower. It's not hugely tall. It doesn't really go up much further than that. Looks like our man Todge was over there somewhere, but the path has changed. Or is he by that? It's weird because that just doesn't look uphill. Looks flat or downhill, if anything. But in this photo, very much looks like we're looking uphill. Maybe it's the camera that's slightly curved as because they've zoomed out or something. But you can clearly see, based on that fence shape there and the satellite, that he would have been about there. And I think that metal thing there is what we're looking at here. It's just that the path has changed a fair bit. The surface has changed a lot. We don't know when this was taken, but apparently this imagery was taken in June 23. So this is definitely the newer imagery. It's got to be from sort of this position here. You can see the edge of that house, the dish and the tower. The dish is slightly closer to the buildings, if anything. Should put us about there. And it does look like the path gets more yellow, actually. Yeah, and you can see the path up there. It's bent round and gone closer. So we can pretty safely put our man about here. Mr. Todge Butler. Thank you, mate, for your submission. Sorry it took me so long to get around to it. It was a decent submission because it is quite an obscure TV tower, really. It's not the most well-known one, and it's in a far corner of the world, and it does have some very interesting foliage to it, which in the end helped. The only other thing I want to do is see if it is on this list. No, the only one on here from Australia is the soon-to-be demolished Sydney Harbour Control Tower. Structure A, as good as it is, not complete. And I can't add this one because I'm not a member and I don't want to pay for it again. Right, never mind that. We found our man, we found our location. We can colour this Todge in green and safely say that that was exact within 25 metres. And we move on to Trey Lovesworth. All-round cool dude. And main subject of this video, I think. Trey and his buddy old pal here, I think will cause me more problems. It looks like they're posing, but they're on some sort of road trip in their Mustang. Is it a Mustang? Let me know. I'm going to say it's a Mustang. And they're cruising around, aren't they? The mountains of, dare I say it, California, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, those sorts of places. I would put good money on it being in one of those. Now that's a lot of land to search, too much land. However, we have the mountains, which are a certain size and even more specifically a certain shape. But the main thing in this one that I think is going to help me is this lake. Now, because of this lake, I actually think it's possible that I might find this in quite a quick time. I think I'll do it today. I think I might do it potentially in an hour or less. It just depends how lucky I get with the search, or just how the search goes really. But the lake is the key, and then the mountains surrounding it will help, as well as this road. And we do have houses down here. I can see roofs, chimneys, so we could have like a town down there that overlooks this lake. And this is a main road. This is like a wide main road, not a dual carriageway. So let's get in to Google Earth. Here we go. Flying from Tasmania to California, just as a starting point. And I'm going to be searching lakes, I think. Lake Tahoe, perhaps. Is that an option? Perhaps. But it's a lake that probably isn't as big as Lake Tahoe. It's probably a bit smaller. It's bloody big though. It's a reservoir because you can see the water line goes up and down. You can see that clear as day. And obviously it's a reservoir in dry, hot places like this. They need to store the water. So there's going to be a dam on this lake, which in Lake Tahoe, I don't think we're looking at a reservoir. I think that's a natural lake. So we're looking more at a lake like this one, Lake Mead, where you've got a dam, the Hoover Dam, and you can see the sort of arms of land that come in, the little miniature valley walls that protrude into the lake. Another hallmark of a reservoir. So Lake Mead is an option, isn't it, I would say. Do we have towns nearby? So I can just have a quick look at Lake Mead. I mean, this is what I'm doing. We have begun the search, and it's going to be me searching lake after lake, I think, because it's not like we have a lot to Google. So this is also Lake Mead. This is huge, but it also looks quite remote and in the middle of nowhere. Not a lot of roads. So Lake Mead I'm going to leave for now. I'm not ruling it out because I do sometimes miss things. But this, for example, it ticks instantly more boxes. Road, buildings, houses further down. We've got terrain on. So, we're also looking for a place where we're higher up. We need to be higher up than that. I am going to stay in this area though. Arizona, New Mexico. Let's complete Arizona first. This is the lake that we had on a GeoGuessr game, Lake Roosevelt. Some of you may remember that. Don't think we're here. No, I'm going to leave that one. And they all seem too remote. And it's making me think that California might be a better place to start the search. So I'm going to leave Arizona before I've completed it. And I'm going to go into the southern areas of California for a bit. I'm going off California already. Looks too green actually now. No, I'm going back to Arizona. That looks quite good. It's the best thing I've found yet, but it's not right, I don't think. No, it just doesn't quite add up. And that's in sort of midway up California near Fresno. Well, I have been searching for quite some time now, over 20 minutes I would have thought, and I've had no luck. I've mainly been searching California, but also Colorado, Arizona and Las Vegas. I'm not saying I've searched every single lake, so there still might be something I've missed, but I feel like I've searched the main ones with no luck. So I've just got to yawn. And then I'm gonna just take a step back, have a look at this again, see if there's anything I may have missed. The red curb, the yellow cat's eyes on the floor, this sign. Oh, heat kills, it says, heat kills. But that could be a picture of the sun, but it could be the jurisdiction, it could be the badge of a state or a county. So I might Google this sign, the heat kills sign, along with California, let's say. You know, because it might be specific to a certain state. And as usual, we'll try and find it. There it is. Oh my goodness. It is a picture of the sun. Lake Mead in the background. There's no way that's the actual sign, is it? That could be the actual sign. Right, wait there. I'm going to predict what I may have done wrong here. I presumed that we're closer to the lake than we are. This could well be Lake Mead. I did say earlier, the searching and then the searching. Anyway, my point is, we could literally be... No, we can't be there. Boulder City though, where's Boulder City? There. So is this high up? Yeah, it is. I think we're here. Oh, I think we're on this road here. That's stupid of me to discount that. Right. Boulder City. I mean, I might be wrong still, but I think I'm right, because you've got these. You've got a couple of peninsulas sticking out there. And there are two of them, or three. You can even see that one, and that one. There, and there. I'm 99% sure we're here, but let's find out. Oh my god. That's incredible. It is the right road. There's the sign, so it was the heat kills sign that did it. I'm a bit confused, to be honest, because is this the only sign of its kind in the whole of America? Because we've seen it here, we've seen it here, the same location. I think it's safe to say that we are in Boulder City, Lake Mead. The first lake that I checked, but I just stuck too close to the lake, just not considering how powerful the camera lens zoom can be and how close things can seem when they're actually very far away. I did it, funnily enough, in Arizona with Axel's grandmother, was it? The mountains were much further than I thought. Let's absolutely make sure that we are in the correct spot by putting the man down again and lining up that sign with a certain point in the mountainside. There's a little peak there with a sort of flat top. There it is. You can see it there. So if we move one space to the left, I'd say that's pretty good. That's pretty close, isn't it? Yeah, we can actually see the shadow of some of that tree. And actually, I don't know when Trey's photo was taken, but the shape of that shadow there, because trees can change shape obviously as they grow, but it's not too dissimilar. Sort of a pronged thing going on there. You could probably tell exactly what time of day this was taken based on that shadow. But we won't go into that today. Trey Lovesworth you've been found. Job well done, video over. And it's another success. It's another green rectangle, another exact. Trey, thank you for your submission. If I don't get murdered by a farmer or fall off a cliff, I will be seeing you in a week or so, where I can really get down to business with attempting a very hard one of these. It might be this one, which just looks ridiculous. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Do give me a like if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon.